Okay, thank you for the opportunities. My name is Fita Handasati. I'm MBA EPB. I want to present for my final exam about the economic landscape. For the first, I want to present, yes, this economic landscape final exam. The title is Just Transition and Employment Opportunities in Indonesia's Clear Energy Sector. This is the table of content. The first I want to present about introduction, and then about the question, and the last is analysis. This is the introduction. The introduction for the background of the case. The world's energy system have changed significantly in the past decade. Coal is once was considered as the cheapest energy source. Now it's no longer the case many parts of the world. In the share, and then the share of the coal global electricity may have been steadily declining for a peak of 40% in 2009 to 38% in 2019. And then the main industry in Indonesia is coal industry that provide 35.9 trillion rupiah to the government by September 2018. It's become the largest contributor share to GDP at the time. The contributing of the coal industry overall had a negative impact because it caused air, water, and land pollution. And the solution for the case is the energy transition region a viable solution to address the shift in global energy system, mitigate potential risks associated with the inevitable change, and capitalize on the early opportunities with just transition concept. And then this is what is just transition? Just transition is a concept from the US since the 1980 to protect workers affected by unfair and air pollution regulation. And the International Labour Organization define it this way, greening the economy in a way that is fair and inclusive as possible to everyone concerned, creating decent work opportunities and leaving no one behind. And then this is employment opportunities. This is employment opportunities in Indonesia's clean energy sector. This is I consider to the Ministry of Manpower must priority social protection for the worker who lose their job or experience income reduced due to the impact of the new industry. Additionally, the minister should have provide training facilities to engage the skill of workers who are likely transition to the new job. And the Ministry of Manpower should take a clear and active role in shaping and implementing NDC policy for the 2021 until 2025 period and the LTS LCCR. There are example job position in renewable energy transition which can implement it in Indonesia. For the solar system energy installation, there were solar technician and engineer, project manager. And the energy efficient conservation, energy consulting firm, government agency, and then for the last example is bioenergy and biomass, biomass plant operation, biomass research management, and bioenergy R&D. And then for the next, so what is just transition and employment opportunities Indonesian's clear energy sector? It's just energy transition, plan development, consider the economic aspects such as the labor market and state revenue. Analysis energy transition. For the first, we we could ask why energy transition, why we must transition, why energy transition, we must use energy transition. The energy transition is the solution because it is the solution to respond to change in the global energy system. The following sums are the factor driving is like increase of the coal-related health costs, divestment of the fossil fuels, the emergence of disruptive tech, plummeting renewable energy price, and climate change. And then this is the country case studies, energy countries transition policy. For the Germany, we all could call its action program ROAR to improve its image through measuring such as establishment of the research and technology center, improve in water quality, as well as increase in cultural activities in the region. And then the Australia as the one of the top coal producing and exporting countries in the world. The government of Victoria responded to this by establishing the Matobe Valley that responsible for assisting worker and communities impacted by the closure. And the result of the initiative is 130 community projects were funded to upgrade facilities and hold events. 982 job created in 29 business through the facilities fund, and 852 people employed through the workers transfer scheme, and the 1,430 workers the families support through this transition service and advice. And then the Actified Business Project reimburse government fee and charge. And for the another country, that is Canada. Canada is the transition to a clean economy by using federal revenue collected by investment tax and sales of the oil and gas of the Trans Mountain Expansion Project. And then the money generated from the project, which estimate reach $500 million per year, will be invested to create jobs, diversify the market, and accelerate Canada clean energy transition. And then this is Indonesian energy sector. The large Indonesian energy sector was running is fossil fuels have long dominated in Indonesian energy sector. Globally, Indonesia is the fifth large fossil GHG emitter in the world, with 2.27 tons of CO2 per capita being emitted in 2018. And then this the Indonesian energy transition. The first transition of Indonesian is power energy to from oil, shifting from oil to coal and gas. At the 1985 and 2017, some region Indonesia adopting solar energy as a power source, like PV power plants, new solar PV power plants. And then the state of coal industry in Indonesia. This is actual coal production in Indonesia can exceed by the government set target by tenfold. From 2011 to 2022, over 50% of the Indonesian coal has been exported to India and China, but the export volume has decreased as many countries have recognized the hazard caused by the coal combustion. And then there are two solutions for net zero emission in coal production. The first is the eco mechanism, meaning program involves companies replacing fossil fuel-based mining equipment with electric one. Meanwhile, the mining reporting system utilizes is a real-time and online production reporting platform which help minimize conventional monitoring using physical and reduce fuel consumption. And then this is for the analysis impact of the energy transition. There are 9 impacts. The first is lower gross regional domestic product, trade deficit, employment, affordable system cost, economic desertification, growing green job, better air, water and soil quality, and reduced health. For the first, lower gross regional domestic product. As one of the main industry in Indonesia, the coal industry provides 35.9 trillion rupiah to the government by September 2018. Through the royalty, the sales of mining product contributing to 2.7% of the state budget in the period. The coal is part of the mining and quarrying sector, which the first large contributor in national GDP. But since the global decline in the coal demand, mine pose risks of decreasing coal production, disregarding and province over time, leading to increase in employment and slowdown in the economic growth. However, the negative impact of this energy transition would be relatively small and national level due to limited contribution of the coal to state revenue resulting from more diversified economic activities. And then the trade deficit reached until 8.7 billion dollar America USD, a new record for the new country. Despite a significant contribution to trade, the dependency on coal is likely to put the country rates of the higher trade deficit due to the changing global energy investment landscape. And then the employment from the data, we can see from the data like this. Mining system is the large average net wage. Yes, average request. If those businesses are closed, there are a high probability of significant increase in employment and lack of the work eligibility. And then this is for the affordable system cost, a study conducted by IERS in 2019 showed that an electricity system with a high penetration of renewable energy reached 43% of total generation would ensure lower 10-year operational cost and annual investment compared to high fossil fuel-based systems set in the 2080 RUPTL. And then for the economic diversification, I choose example from the manufacturing industry in East Kalimantan. We can see the share of non-mining manufacturing just around 30%, to the GDP in billion rupiah. So the mining still lead the GDP in East Kalimantan, but There are another manufacturer like food, beverage, tobacco, textile, leather goods, and footwear, and another thing can be economic diversification. The transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy has the potential to stimulate economic diversification away from fossil fuels in the both coal production regions and throughout the country. And then for the growing green job, there will be approximately 34 million direct energy jobs created globally by 2030. And meanwhile, the fossil fuel sector is projected to provide only 2% of the total global employment by 2008 and 50. And the and for the better air, water, and soil quality, as the warn as the one world's largest coal production, Indonesia contributes significantly to increasing pollution in the ecosystem and responsible for emission in the atmosphere. This is a study of 15 existing and proposed coal-fired power plants located in the 100-kilometer radius from Jakarta. Central Jakarta estimated that collectively they emit 200 around 200 tons, around 200 through 200,000 tons of SO2 and NOx annually. Consider all the impact. Reducing coal usage through energy transition will undoubtedly help improve air, water, and soil quality in Indonesia. And then for the reduce impact of the transition is reduce health costs. We can see this is from WHO, Copiles, Health, All, and Greenpeace, Harvard University. The use of fossil fuels has negative impact, specifically air pollution, with specifically air pollution with 7,000 7,480 deaths per year. Bappenas estimate that death related to air pollution from coal will cost Indonesia approximately $2.9 billion America. Another research, respiratory and cardiovascular illness would result in a GDP output loss for Indonesia, ranging between around running between around 800 USD billion 800 billion USD and 1,700 billion USD from 2012 and until 2030. This impact far surpasses the country's total health expenditure of 2.9% of GDP or 26.62 billion dollar America in 2012. And then for the analysis then translation concept, the employment opportunities. The transition to clean energy will have a notable influence on the job market. This policy should prioritize facilitating access to employment opportunities and enhancing skill and training for individuals. The provision of employment Employment service should include comprehensive information on available job matching service, and job training programs specifically designed for workers who have been displaced. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the attention.